Morning, everybody. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Oh, you guys are muted.
Yeah, I can hear you, Chris.
You guys can hear me?
Yep.
All right. So what we're going to talk about this morning is getting your website up and running. Okay. Is everybody with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So you guys can follow along. Can you everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So with the new MoxiWorks software, Better Homes and Gardens has just changed the national website to be integrated with your MoxiWorks website. So if we go to the Better Homes and Gardens national website, okay, and we were to look for an agent, say in Beaver Creek, Ohio. Okay, we should see Bob in here. So there's Bob. Okay, when we go to Bob, okay, here's where it says it's integrated with Bob's website. So if I click View Agent's website, it's going to go to whatever we have entered into Dash. Okay, so that's why once you've got your website up and running, you need to, and Bob looks like he does already have his up and running. You need to send me whatever URL you've set up for your website so that I can get it entered into Dash so that it will connect successfully to your website. Okay. So we will get there, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this is new with Better Homes and Gardens where it links to your website. I had sent an email out a few times asking for that information. That's okay. We'll get there and I'll show you what it is you need to send me once you've got your website up and running. Okay. So that's how it integrates from the main Better Homes and Gardens website. And this is your agent website that's provided to you by Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Okay. But it needs to be set up in MoxiWorks. And that's what I'm going to show you this morning. Okay. So the way that you do that is you go to the greenhouse, the Better Homes and Gardens greenhouse. Okay. Need to move this. Log into the greenhouse. Okay. Is everybody able to successfully log into the greenhouse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you're in the greenhouse, that's where you can access all of the tools that are provided to you by Better Homes and Gardens. Okay. Over here, you're going to see a menu with this is all of the tools that are provided to you by Better Homes and Gardens. Okay. Under Agent Tools, you're going to see MoxiWorks. Okay. So if you click on MoxiWorks, it's going to take you to the MoxiWorks page in the greenhouse. Okay. Which basically just describes what MoxiWorks is. And you're going to see a button that says log into MoxiWorks. When you click on that, it's going to take you to the MoxiWorks platform. It may take it a minute. Of course, it's going to be slow when we're having a class, right? All right. So once you get into the MoxiWorks platform, this is the landing page that you'll come to when you get into MoxiWorks. And MoxiWorks is a suite of tools. Okay. MoxiWorks has a variety of different tools for you. The ones that you'll be using is you'll see Moxie Present. This is a software package that you can use to create presentations, listing presentations about yourself, but for the most part, like listing presentations in Moxie Present. Okay, Moxie Engage, that is the customer management software. That's where you can manage your clients. You can engage with your clients. You can email them. You can send them drip email campaigns. That's also where if you get leads from the leads router system, that's where the leads, if you accept a lead, that's where the leads will go. And that's where you will manage those leads in the Engage software. The My Website software, that's what we're here to talk about this morning. It's going to, that's where you can manage and customize your website. Okay, Moxie Impress, that's a tool to create marketing materials. You can create everything from flyers and postcards to websites and virtual tours. All types of marketing materials can be created in Moxie Impress. Okay, so those are the 4 tools that you'll be using for the most part in Moxie and in the MoxiWorks software. So what we're here to talk about this morning is getting your website up and running. So once you're in MoxiWorks, you can click on My Website. Okay, and it's going to take you to the MoxiWorks administrative tool. Now it took me to the broker website admin tool. It would, because I'm an administrator. I'm just going to switch over to my personal website management tool. This is where you'll go when you go into My Website in MoxiWorks, the agent website admin tool. Okay, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that you can do here. Over on the left side, there is a lot of stuff you can do to customize your website. Don't let that overwhelm you, because you really don't need to do all that stuff. The difference between the Zap platform and the MoxiWorks platform, as far as the website is concerned, is you do have a lot more flexibility in managing and customizing. Let's say in customizing your website. But you really don't need to do all that. There's only a few things you need to do to get your website up and running. So you'll have a full-fledged, real estate website. Okay. So once we're in here, when you first come into MoxiWorks, it's going to ask you what you want to. It's going to ask you to give your website a name. Okay. I should have done this earlier. I'm going to switch something really quick here. Bear with me. You don't need to. I'm going to switch it back to what you're going to do. Give me just a sec. Let me set this as primary. All right. So when you first go in there, it's just going to ask you what you want to name it. It's going to so what that's going to do is it's going to be bighillsites.realestate.com. It's just going to ask you for your name, to put in your name. So you can just put in, your first and last name. And then what it'll do is it's going to create your website domain, which is going to be this up here, chrispage-bighill.sites.bhgrealestate.com. So the first time you go into MoxiWorks, the admin tool, it's going to just ask you that one question. You just put in your name. Okay. And it's going to generate the website, and then you're ready to customize it. Okay. So when you first do that, it's going to basically just build the website. The first time you go in there, it's going to basically build the website for you. And all you have to do is go in and customize it a little bit to make it look the way you want it to look. Okay. So when you are on this main page here, when you first come in here, you're going to see, like I said, there's all this stuff that you can do, but you don't really need to do all of that. You can, but to get your website up and running, all you need to do is just a couple little things. So on this dashboard here, you're going to see this common tasks area on the front page. And down here, it's got a list of things you can do. It's got a list of common tasks to get your website up and running. But you really only need to do the first 2 and the last one here. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to personalize your site style. We're going to click on that. Okay. And it's only got a couple of different options here. It's got search focused or agent focused, or you could actually create a whole custom homepage for your site. But again, you don't need to do that. You can just choose between search focused and agent focused. Okay. So I'm going to show you what that does. Up in the top left, you're going to see something that says visit site. If I click on visit site, what it's going to do is it's going to take me, it's going to open a new tab and it's going to take me to what the site looks like now. Okay. So I can go look at what my site looks like now. Okay. And you'll see what it's done is it's got the search bar here and it's got it doesn't have a picture. I don't have my picture in here, but your picture would be here and your contact information would be here. Okay. If we go back to the other tab to where we're choosing to personalize the style, this is the search focus where search is front and center. Okay. Your other option is to make it agent focused. If I click on that, I just want to, after I make a change, I always need to hit the publish button. Publish in this site is the same as save. Okay. So when you see publish, that's the save button. So I'm going to choose agent focus. I'm going to publish it. Okay. Then I can go back to the site that I already have open. I can hit the refresh button and I'm going to see what changes I've made. So when I change it to agent focus, you'll see my picture and my profile and my contact information is more prevalent in the searches below it. Okay, so that's really the only styles that you have to choose from. I can do agent focus like this, or I actually prefer the search focus. So I can switch it back to search focus and hit publish. Then if I go back and look at my site, I can see what it looks like. Okay. So that's step one. Just choose a style. You want it search focused or agent focused. Okay. Once I've done that, I can just go back to home. And I'm just going to do the second step here, personalize your home page. I'm going to click go there. Okay, and on this page, it's just a series of different sections where I can just customize what it says on the look and feel of my home page. Okay, you can just leave this home page titled home as it is. Now here, the first thing is the background image. If I look, this is the image behind that it is in my header here. So I've got a picture of this house. Okay, it's going to have one there for you already. You have the ability to change that if you would like. If you don't like the picture that's showing up here, you can just click on upload or choose an image. Okay. And then under image, I'm sorry, under image gallery, if you click on image gallery, it's going to give you a whole bunch of different images that you can choose from. Okay. You can just pick whatever image you like that looks good and and fits and fits what it is that you want your site to look like. So I can choose an image. I mean, I'm not going to want to choose like an Arizona style image. Okay. So I'm going to want to choose an image that kind of fits my personality and what it is I'm trying to show as a realtor. So for instance, you could choose this one. Okay. And again, and after I choose which picture I want to use, I just click on it. Then I just click select for custom area. Okay, so it changed that picture. Remember, every time you want to make a change, every time you make a change, scroll to the bottom and hit the save button, the publish button. Okay, so I'm going to hit publish. Then I can go back to my site. I can hit the refresh button and I can see what that looks like now. Okay. So I have the ability to change whether the text is white or black. If you choose a picture that's really light in color, you might want to have black text for this here. For the picture I have selected, I think the white looks pretty good. So I can just leave that the way it is. Okay, so really I've just chosen what picture I want to have at the heading of my site. Okay, now I go back and all I'm going to do is go down this page and make any changes that I want. Okay, if you go look at your site, it's probably a full-blown site already. Okay, you really don't have to do much. Okay, so up here it says find the perfect home to bring your dreams to life. You can change that. You can change what it says. You can say change it to do you have a slogan? Does anybody have a slogan that they like to use? I guess that's a no. So I'm gonna say Oscar. I don't know. Let Oscar find your dream home. Okay.
Good job.
And then I'm gonna save it again. Okay, hit the publish button. I can come back here, hit refresh. Now it says let Oscar find your dream home. Okay, so that's really all I'm doing is going down to each section and make it customize it how it fits me and fits my real estate style and fits my personality. Okay. Like these profile settings will come in automatic. Okay, this will it should load your picture, your name, your contact information. It should load that all from Dash, so that should all be pre-populated. But you have the ability to change it if you want. Like it says for me, Chris Page Tech Guy. That's what's in Dash, but I could change it to say Chris Page Tech Guru or whatever. Okay. I can save it, go back to my site. Okay, now it's Chris Page Tech Guru instead of Chris Page Tech Guy. Okay, so I can change in this section, I can change or edit my contact information. Okay, down to the next section is the welcome text. That's this over here. This is kind of my bio. So what I can do there is I can just put in whatever type of a bio that I want to put in. Let's go look back at Bob's. Bob, you don't have a bio, but that's where you could put in a bio. Here I say where I can describe what it is, why I'm the realtor for you. Okay, how long have I been in the business? Why I'm good at this? Why you should pick me as a realtor. Okay, that's kind of your bio, is what you're going to put in this section here. If you already have a bio someplace else, you can easily just cut and paste it in here. Okay. Further down on this site, you'll notice once after the header information, after you've got your kind of header and your search bar and your contact information in your bio, we're just trying to fill this site out and make it look as professional as we can. So the next section is this featured properties module. You'll see here I've got featured properties. I could change that to say featured listings or whatever I want it to say. Okay, or I can just leave it as it is. And then it gives you the option of what property list you want to show here. Okay, so you have a few options. You can show your active listings. In today's market, you may not have a lot of active listings or you may not have any. So that's the reason, especially for me, I don't have any listings. So I chose to show my office's listings. But you can show your active listings. If you want, you could change this to sold listings and you could show your sold listings. You can choose my company's active listings. If you do choose like my active listings and you don't have any, what'll happen is rather than have a featured listings, let me scroll down and save that. What'll happen is if you choose to show my active listings and you don't have any, that section just won't appear. Okay, it's not going to show my active listings and show nothing. Okay, so it would just the site, that section wouldn't show up. So if you want that to show your active listings, you can do that. But what I like to do is just make sure that I have something showing up. So I chose my office's listings. Okay, I publish it. Go back here. Okay, so now I've got a featured listings section here. Okay, it's just got some featured listings. Okay, that's the featured properties module. The custom search module, this is a thing where you can actually set up custom searches on your homepage. For instance, I could set up a custom, so if we go here, I've got this widget hidden. This isn't something you need to do to get your website up and running. So I'm going to actually advise just for this basic class, we're just going to hide this widget. So we're not going to have a custom search module on our front page, on our home page. Okay. The blog module, does anybody have a question? I'm sorry. I thought somebody had a question.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
On I don't know where it's at in MoxiWorks. I know I saw my bio listed, and not on where where you said I don't have a bio, but what I would use is on one of these pages. So that was published, but I don't know why it wasn't published in my bio section.
You may have put it. Let me go back. You may have put it in this about me.
Okay,
section.
yeah, it's probably where it's at. Yeah.
If you put it there, that's not where it would be. I'm not sure. I thought there was something under a bio under the about me page, but I don't see that there. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I don't remember putting that in. It seems like it was just automatically in there. When it built my website, and I saw it because I've read it, and that's what I usually use on my website, or my old website, like with the DeltaNet. But here on my bio that you just pulled up there, it's not there. So I don't know.
What you can do is just copy and paste it into that page.
Yeah.
Okay, just copy and paste it right into. I'd have to see what you're looking at, but you can just copy and paste it into this welcome text section.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a limit on the characters?
I don't think so. What it will do is if you get it really long, I think what it's going to do is if you get it too long, like I'm just going to add a few. Okay, so see, I've got a lot there.
Yeah, okay.
If I publish that, I think what it's going to do, nope, it publishes as much as you want. So
yeah, mine was pretty long, so I was just wondering.
Yep, you can put whatever you want there. Okay.
Yep.
So in reality, that's pretty much all you need to do to get your website up and running. I'm going to turn off. I was doing another class and I was working with this blog module. So I'm going to just take that off. Let me save that. So with just that, just doing what we did, just making sure I've got the picture I want, what my header says, got my contact information accurate. I've got a bio in here. I've got some sort of featured listing showing. Okay. Now this is basically my website just by doing this. Okay. So now I've got a professional looking website. Okay. It's a full blown real estate website. I can go to Beaver Creek, Ohio, search for that. Okay. I can search for homes in Beaver Creek. Okay. Now, the thing is the thing about this being your site, okay, when they go to this site, they haven't left my website. Okay. They didn't go to the Better Homes and Garden site. They didn't go to the Big Hill site. They're still on my site. Your site is a full-fledged real estate website. Okay. They can search for homes. They can pull up homes. So you have a full real estate website with all the listings in the MLS and everything. Okay. The reason you want to direct them to your website and not like the Better Homes and Gardens site or the Big Hill site is you'll notice when they look at this listing, it's got me here. It's got my contact information. It's got a button to call me. If they send an email, it's not going to go to if they go to the Better Homes and Gardens site or the Big Hill site, what it's going to do is it's going to, anytime they do anything like share it, save it, schedule a showing, what it would do is it would go into the lead pool and it would get passed out to the agents on that rotating basis as we do. But if they go to your site and do any of that stuff, it comes to you. Okay. So that's why you want to get people, tell your clients to go to your website. Don't tell them to go to the Big Hill site or the BHG website or whatever. Okay. Because they're on your site. They're not on the Better Homes and Gardens site. Okay.
Hey, Chris, got a question.
Yep.
Does any of that information on the bio transfer over from the old site?
Some did and some didn't. You're just gonna have to see what's there. Okay, when you go in to manage it, you'll just see what's in this section here. Okay. If it,
Oh,
if,
there's nothing in there.
okay, well, it didn't transfer then. So you can just put in what you, if you have it someplace, you can copy and paste it in there, or you can just type it in there. Okay. So that's really all you need to do. Okay. You do have some more. You can blog if anybody wants to blog. Does anybody know what blogging is? That's basically just writing stories that you can post on your site. You can put a video on here. You can do, and then you can do all kinds of other stuff to customize it further. But just to get your website up and running, what we've just gone through is pretty much all you need to get a full-blown real estate website. Okay. All right. So now we've got this site built. Now we need to get it so it's active, and we need so that it's active and we can use it and it can go on the Better Homes and Gardens site and link to it. So there's a few more things we need to do. So if we go home again, okay, remember the common tasks, basically we just did these first two things. Okay, to customize it further, you can go ahead and do all of this stuff if you would like, but you don't need to get your site up and running and active. Okay, so we did these first two things. Okay, the next thing we need to do is come down here to this completing your site activation section. Okay, right here it says make your site visible to search engines. Go there. I'm going to click on that. There's just one thing you need to do. When you go here, go to the bottom of this page. The last question on this page says search engine visibility, and it's going to be checked, and it's going to say discourage search engines from indexing this site, and it's going to be checked. What that means is when it first builds this site, what it does is it's telling Google and Yahoo and Bing and all the search engines, don't find my site. Okay. But you don't, they do that intentionally because when it's first built, it may not be ready yet. So so MoxiWorks has made the decision that when they first build a site, they tell the search engines not to find my site. Well, since your site's now ready to go, we want the search engines to find your site. Okay, so we just want to go to this page, so to do that, all we do is again from home, under this completing your site activation, make your site visible to search engines, click that, scroll down and just uncheck that box. Okay, and then click save changes. Okay, so that's step one of getting my site up and running. Okay. The next step is to set up a vanity domain. Okay. Now, this section here, this is a very, very technical. Okay. What we're talking about here. Okay. Since I've created this site, okay, by default, remember when we first did it, it asked for our name. So the URL for my website is right here. Okay. It's chrispage-bighillsites.bhdrealestate.com. I'm going to copy that. Okay. So that's how you can go to your website. Okay. chrispage-bighillsites.bhdrealestate.com. Yours is going to be oscarburgess-bighillsites.bhdrealestate.com. Okay. Paul Buer. Big Hill. Okay. So what they're giving you the ability to do here is change that domain name to something more elegant, like bobpites.com. Okay. And Bob's already done this. So instead, when he first set it up, it was Bob Pites Big Hill. What is it?
Sites.
Sites. bhdrealestate.com. Let's see if I can get that right. Okay, so that also works. Okay, but you'll notice that's a lot more difficult for somebody to remember or type in or put on your business card than bobpites.com. Everybody with me there?
Yeah.
All right, so what this, so back to home. Okay. Under completing your site activation, set up your vanity domain. That's what this section is for, is to attach a domain name to this website. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is get a domain name. Okay. You can get a domain name a lot of different places. I typically just suggest you go to GoDaddy, because GoDaddy is, they're cheap and it's fairly easy to use their site. Does everybody already have a domain name? I know Bob does. Paula, do you?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do.
Okay. So you guys already have a domain name. So you don't have to buy one. You've already got one. Okay. So what you need to do is you just need to go to this page and attach that domain name to that website. Okay. Now I'm going to remove the one that's in there just so I can kind of go through and show you how to do it. Okay, so once you've got your website, once you're ready to go and you're at this point, what you're going to do is you're going to go to wherever. I'm going to sign this out. Okay. Okay, you're going to go to your GoDaddy website, your GoDaddy account. Does everybody have it at GoDaddy?
I use
Yes.
Registrar.
Okay, so Bob used Registrar, but he's already done this part, so I'm not worried about Bob. But do you have yours at GoDaddy, Paula?
Yes.
Oscar?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to make it easy because I'm going to show you what it is you need to do. And you might want to write this down because there are quite a few steps in this part.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so you're going to go log into your GoDaddy account. I'm going to close some windows to keep. Okay, and you're going to have this page in the Moxie websites tool up and your GoDaddy website up. Okay, so I've got a domain name that I'm going to use to do this. Okay, I'm going to use BHG is better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to add a domain. I'm going to type my domain name here. BHGisbetter.com. Okay. So you'd put, what's yours, Oscar? OscarBurgess.com?
.com, yes.
And Paula, what's yours?
PaulaBuer.com.
So you're just going to you don't put HTTP or anything, just OscarBurgess.com and PaulaBuer.com. Okay. And then and then check this, set this as my primary domain name once verified. Okay. Then I'm going to click continue. Oh, wait, it might verify it. All right. I need to pick a different one. Hold on, bear with me. I picked one that I already did this on, so I need to find another one so I can show you what I want to show you exactly what it is you need to do. Let's find one. We've got a bunch of domain names in here. What is better move now? All right, so I'm going to use this one. All right, so I'm going to use bettermovenow.com. Okay, so I'm going to put bettermovenow.com. Oops. Okay, I'm going to set this primary domain. Once verified, I'm going to click continue. It's going to think about it for a minute. And then what it's going to do is it's going to come up and tell me I need to make a couple of changes to my domain name so that I can use this. Okay, it's going to come up to this page. So I'm going to go back to GoDaddy. I'm going to go to that domain name. Okay, click on your domain name. All right, so it's going to take you to this page where you can manage your domain. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to click on this link here that says DNS. All right, and it's going to take you to this page. And I know this is very technical looking, okay, but it's going to take you to this page, which is going to show you all the settings for this domain name. And we just need to change 2 of them. Okay, so what we're going to do is here are the 2 DNS domain records that I need to change. So if I look over here, I've got an A record with an @ sign. So I'm going to look for the one that says A with an @ sign. Okay, and it says park. What I want to do is I want to change that to this value. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to edit this, and I'm just going to change this to put in that number that it says right here. So now it says A at that number. It's going to say A at that number. Okay, so I just make that, click save. Okay, and it's going to tell me it's changed. And now you can see that first one, this matches this. Okay, is everybody with me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we just need to make one more change. There's one that says CNAME www, and we want to make it say this dugout.moxiworks.com. So I'm going to copy this one and then go back to my domain name records. I'm going to find the CNAME www. Remember, it's CNAME www. I'm going to find the one that says CNAME www. I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to change this value to that dugout.moxiworks.com. Okay, so now this one says CNAME www dugout.moxiworks.com, CNAME www dugout.moxiworks.com. Okay, I'm going to save it. So I just changed these 2 records in my domain name. Okay, so now I've got A at and that number, A at and that number. Then I've got CNAME www dugout.moxiworks.com, CNAME www dugout.moxiworks.com. And you don't have to worry about anything else. Just make sure those 2 changes are made. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to click this button that says verify domain. Okay, and if you made those changes properly, it's going to say that it's verified. Okay, and it's just going to say select continue to immediately update. This is your domain. So if it says it's verified, click continue, and now that is Better Move Now is now the domain for my website. Okay, so now if I go visit the site, see that I've got bettermovenow.com. Oops. Well, okay. It may take it a minute to happen. So it may not work immediately. Let's give it a few minutes. Sometimes it can take a little while for it to work. But what you'll see is you'll see Better Move Now. It's verified, and you'll see it as the primary domain. Okay. Is that clear enough for you guys?
Is this gonna be where we can play it back again or,
Yeah, I will send this back to you. I will send this to you guys.
Mhm.
Okay. And if you look at when we go to this page, it tells you exactly what that is. What I'm going to do is this is being recorded and I'll send it back and I will send it to you guys when we're done. So if you need to go back and look at this, you
Okay,
can.
good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there is one more thing we need to do. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens right away, but this one is not. So I do want to show there is one last step that we need to do. It might be, I'm going to close this. I'm going to try to speed this up so you'll see it actually working. Okay, so it's okay. I just sped it up. So it may take it a little while for it to use, but now you'll see my website is now called Better Move Now instead of, chrispage-bighill.sites.bhgrealestate.com. So Better Move Now is a lot better name for my website than that really long thing. Okay. So there is one last thing we need to do. I need to get logged back into the greenhouse really quick, and I'll show you the last thing we need to do. And Bob, you still need to do this because I'll show you. We go to bobpites.com, and so you'll see Better Move Now and bobpites.com. They both say not secure. See where they say not secure? Okay. There's one last step. The way a website I need to get logged back into the greenhouse. Bear with me just a second. All right. So when you go to a website, you'll see where it says not secure here. But if I go to like the greenhouse, it's got a lock sign here. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to make it so it doesn't say not secure anymore. We're going to make it so it has that lock there. Sometimes some browsers, all browsers, if you don't have your website secured, it's going to tell you in some fashion that it's not secure. So Google says not secure. I mean, Chrome says not secure. If I go to Firefox, see, it's got the red line through it. If I go to Edge, it says not secure. Okay. So there's a couple of things. First of all, I mean, it's good practice to have your website secure so that people feel safe being on your website. Okay. Secondly, the Googles and Yahoos and Bings of the world don't like websites that are not secure. They won't direct people to sites that are not secure. Okay. So we just need to do one last thing to secure our website. Okay. You'll see Better Move Now is not secure and Bob's is not secure. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get back into MoxiWorks. All right. So back into MoxiWorks, the last thing we need to do. So we've got our website looking professional. We've got our domain name attached to it. So the last thing we need to do is on this back home on our agent website admin tool. If I scroll down to the last thing in common task, it says apply an SSL cert. Okay. I'm going to click that. Okay. Now there's two different things that may happen here. You may come here and it may say there's one here, and there may be a button that says go ahead, activate it. Okay. Or there may be a button there that says request an SSL certificate. Okay. If it says go ahead, activate it, just click on it. It's going to activate the SSL certificate. And now if I go to my website and I refresh it, now you see I've got the lock sign there. Okay. So if we go here and now it says SSL is enabled. If it says that you need to, if the button says, go ahead, enable it, go ahead and click it and you're ready to go. Okay. If it says request a certificate, you need to click the button that says request a certificate, and it's going to take a little while before that's available. So if it says request a certificate, you're going to have to click request a certificate. You're going to have to wait a day, come back, and then click the activate SSL. Okay.
Let's
know
see
that's
if mine is done. I'm not sure it's secure. OscarBurgess.com.
No, it's not. It's pointing to the old Zap style website. So let's see, Oscar Burgess. What is that? Bear with me. All right, so you have your site up and running, Oscar. But it's still pointing to the Oscar Burgess-Big Hill sites.bhgrealestate.com. You haven't, did you attempt to do the domain name part?
Yes, I did.
I don't know. I would have to look at that with you. What is your domain name? It's oscarburgess.com?
Yes.
Because it is still, when I go to oscarburgess.com, it is still pointing to, this is the old Zap White website. So something didn't happen right when you did the domain name change. Okay. Bob, were you able to do the SSL certificate?
Yeah, I thought I did. I'm not sure why it's not secure.
Let's go back to that page.
Yeah.
If you go back to apply an SSL certificate, what does it say?
Says it's enabled on your site and certificate was detected on your site.
Now, it might just be because of Chrome, because I keep going there. Let's go back to here. Yeah. No, it might be. So it does say it's active, huh?
Yeah.
And does it say, if we go here, if you go to vanity domain, does it say bobpites.com is your primary?
No, I'm looking at your page right now.
No, oh, you're not looking at yours.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm just seeing your page on.
Oh, you're just watching. You're not in your.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's two things you need to verify. Go into where the domain is set up and make sure the bobpites.com is set as the primary.
Okay.
Okay. And then go to this SSL thing and make sure it's showing it's enabled and active.
Okay.
Okay. You want to do the same things, Oscar. Go to this vanity domain, make sure that oscarburgess.com is showing as verified in primary. Okay. Because
Okay.
and Paula, where are you at, Paula?
Yeah, mine isn't. I need to do the same thing.
I always spell your name wrong. How do you
Yeah,
spell
that's
it?
okay. Yeah, I need to go in and do that too.
Yep. So that's the steps so if we go to, do you have the website up though? Like this part, hold on.
I do not.
Okay.
So I need to do that.
Gotcha. So you just need to go through and do those, just follow what we just follow along. So you do have a website up and running. Okay. It looks like you just need
Well,
to
I
go
thought it
through.
was yeah, it's my old one though, right?
Well, no, this is the Moxie one,
Okay.
but
I tried to do it.
you still need to do the domain name part.
Okay.
Okay. So for Oscar and Paula, just go back through and verify that the domain name is the domain name is verified and it is set as primary. And once that's the case, then go and make sure you apply that SSL certificate. Okay.
Now, do I have to
Okay.
go back? Do I have to go in a registrar and do that, what you did in GoDaddy?
No. Yours is already working, Bob.
Yeah. Well,
The only
then
thing that
how do I change that there if it's got the wrong name in?
what do you mean?
Well, like you said I had to go to the Vanity website.
No, you've already done that. All you're
Okay.
doing is getting bobpites.com to work, and it is working.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing you need to do is make sure that the SSL certificate is enabled.
Okay.
Okay. Bobpites.com is working. It's just showing it's not secure. So you just need to do the last step, which is to go to the SSL certificate and activate it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Paula and Oscar, you both have your sites are up and running. You just need to point them, do the domain name, point the domain
Okay.
name to them. Okay.
All right.
And like I
Okay.
said, I'm going to send this video so you can follow along and try to do that. If you still need help, you can always call me. Okay.
Okay.
Chris,
All
are
right.
you going to send that video to everybody? Sandy Reinhardt asked for a copy. She
Yep,
couldn't attend today.
I'm just gonna send it to everybody, yes.
Okay.
So that's the class, guys.
Okay.
Well, good
All right.
information, Chris.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, you guys are welcome.
Thank you so
thanks.
much. I
Yep, see you
appreciate it.
soon. Yep,
Okay,
right.
thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.